So, hey YouTube, you know what I'm doing something now that I was taught when I was a kid. So, what I just finished doing, I just finished washing my hair with some spirulina, wheatgrass, and activated charcoal soap that I made for my hair. After I did that, what did I do? After I did that, I used a banana, avocado with some uh, organic honey, olive oil, coconut oil, and that was my hair conditioner. So after I did that, I used a nettle and rosemary hair rinse. And what I did was I just took the I put the rosemary, I used rosemary and what did I just say? Rosemary and nettle. Organic rosemary and nettle, raw form herbs. And what I did was I put that in a bottle and I let it soak for about an hour. I put it in a mason jar, let it soak for about an hour. And then I used it over my hair as a hair rinse. And I left that on. I don't rinse that out. After I did that, I'm using, look at that. See how pretty and green that is? This is some spirulina hair oil that I made. And it also has rosemary in it because rosemary has good properties of for growing your hair. So I do the old school way for my hair. As you guys notice what I said, I don't use store-bought products for my hair. I don't do that. Now, I had shaved my head. I shaved my head probably a couple of months ago, and it was bald. And then I dyed it blonde. And I realized that bleach is not good to be doing. I knew that, but I did it anyway because I'm human, and even though I'm vegan, but I did something stupid and I bleached my hair, which I won't do that again. Because hair dyes cause ovarian cancers, and I don't want anything like that. So what I'm doing now, I am oiling my scalp. I'm doing something old school that a lot of people don't do anymore. And my hair is natural. I would never have a relaxer in my hair. Because as we know, relaxers also cause cancer. And in our little girls, it causes early puberty. So what I am doing now, I'm oiling my scalp with some spirulina hair grease that I've made. This is something that we used to do back in the day when I was growing up in the early 70s. We would shampoo our hair every Saturday night, and then we would oil our scalps, and our moms would use a pressing comb on our hair, and we get it all straight, and we would take scarves and hair rollers, and we would roll our hair up. And if anybody can remember back in the day how good our hair grew, what beautiful hair locks we had as little black girls. Little black girls in the 70s had the most long, pretty, beautiful hair that there was. Which we're getting back into that now. It's a lot now. A lot of black women are going back to their natural hair, which our hair is very versatile. We can do many things with our hair. And when you're natural, you can do even more. Because if I wanted to, I could actually wear my hair like this, just natural. or I could press it out. I could blow dry it. I could wear it curly because my hair is actually like a curly, kinky curly. I could, well, not like a kinky curly. My hair is more like a soft kinky curl. So, you know, we could do a lot of things with our hair. My hair grows very fast. Like I said, a couple of months ago, it was shaved. I mean, shaved like I looked like this. I shaved it. I actually took some clippers and I shaved it all off. And this is what I have now. I know I look a mess, but I just wanted to show you how my hair grew in just about maybe 90 days from being shaved. And then you want to give your hair a really, really good massage. I also massage my scalp with vitamin E oil. And as you see, everything that I told you that I put on my hair, it is from a plant. So just like we use plants on the inside of our body, we use flowers, we can also use them in our hair. And this is why my hair grows so fast. Anybody that knows me can tell you that I would shave my head and a couple of months later I got enough to make an afro. And it's just because of what I put in my body, what I bathe in, what I eat. Everything that I eat, I also use on the outside of my body. Like, let me show you this. This soap right here. This soap right here, can you guys see that? This is a soap that I made. It is wheatgrass, spirulina, and chlorophyll. And it's a little black seed up in there. I use this on my entire body. I do not, and here's a activated charcoal soap. Activated charcoal. See how black it is? Activated charcoal. This one. This is a, what is this? This is, oh, this smells. This is lemon. This is lemongrass, and Kaleido Silver. This is Kaleido Silver. This is Kaleido Silver. Kaleido Silver, people, you can use Kaleido Silver for numerous things. You can use Kaleido Silver for acne, eczema. You can use it for MRSA, staph infections, hearts, heart attacks, strokes, emphysema, COPD, IBS. You can use it for, it's great for, Kaleido Silver is also great for your immune system. So we can also use Kaleido Silver on the outside of our bodies. You should never use anything on the vagina, period. But Kaleido Silver is great that we can use down there if you just had to. Or if you just wanted to. But Kaleido Silver soap. And I make all of my soaps. Every herb that I have on my website, I can make a soap out of it. We even have hibiscus soap. We have rosebud soap. We have sage. I can do sage soap. I can do just about any soap. Peppermint soaps. So, we do coconut soaps. We do frankincense soaps. So it's not too many things that you can use on your body that you cannot make a soap out of. So like I said, whatever I eat, I can use on my body. And you should not be eating anything that you can't use on your body. And you should not use anything on your body that you cannot eat. Because what's good for the interior is good for the exterior. What's good for the exterior is good for the interior. And if you can't do it that way, then you should not eat it and you should not use it at all. Another thing I wanted to tell a lot of women, a lot of times when we see hair shedding, we feel like, oh my God, my hair is shedding, something is wrong. I used to be a hairstylist also. I was a hairstylist for about 34 years. 35 years. And as a hairstylist, you lose over 100 strands a day. I believe it went up to like 129 strands a day. So when you see, that could be anything. You can lose strands of hair. You can lose strands of hair, like, when you see it on your clothes, when you comb your hair out, things like that. So don't ever be afraid that, you see hair on your clothes or something like that, and you feel like, oh wow, why do I have hair on my clothes? Because you're supposed to. A lot of women, we go and get we go and get hair weaves, and we leave the hair weaves up for like, what is it, 8 weeks? And when you take the hair weave out, you have a lot of hair in the comb. When you take the braids down, you have a lot of hair in the combs. And a lot of people, a lot of women, they get alarmed. But just imagine 129 times 60, or 129 times 30. So that's how much hair that you're going to be shedding, which is not, if you've had your hair up for 2 months, which is 60 days, and you're supposed to shed about 129 strands daily. So 129 times 60 is what? So it's nothing wrong with your hair. It's probably nothing wrong with your hairstylist. It's just that that's what you're supposed to shed. But one thing that I want to tell people, women, let's just say, you see how you guys just see me? I'm constantly combing my hair. See that? I'm constantly combing my hair. You see a little bit in the comb. That's because my hair was twisted, and I'm probably pulling some out that I need, or that I'm not supposed to pull out. But it's not coming out on its own. But if this had been tons of hair, let's just say it had been tons of hair. Let me show you what came out. Just that. But if this had been tons of hair, like a lot, like enough for me to put in a ball like this, then that means it's a hormone imbalance. And you have a mineral deficiency, or you could have a thyroid issue. But you definitely have some type of mineral deficiency. And you definitely have a hormonal issue if your hair is falling out like that. Most of the time it comes from, when your hair comes out in clumps like that, most of the time it's from right after you've given birth, because your hormones is all over the place anyway. But if you haven't had a baby, and let's just say you're about like 50 some years old, like me, I'm almost 54. If my hair just started coming out in clumps, that means that my hormones are really going crazy from maybe menopause or some medication, alopecia, or something in that field. But it's definitely something going on. But the bottom line is, when you lose a lot of hair, or your hair just won't grow, or you have alopecia, it's a mineral deficiency. And another thing, it could be, more than likely, you have a lot of mucus around the organs in your body. And that causes your hair follicles to get mucus around your hair follicles, and it hardens. Just like mucus comes inside of our bodies, and the mucus hardens. So then if it hardens around the arteries of your heart, now you have heart issues. If it hardens around your pancreas, you can possibly get pancreatic cancer. If it hardens anywhere around any organs, you can get some sort of disease. If it hardens in your bloodstream, you can possibly become a diabetic, or you can get a blood disease. If it can also harden around your intestinal tract, your stomach muscles. It can also harden around your anus, your anal glands, and that causes IBS. So we just have to understand that when you want nice, thick, long hair, you want it to grow, You got to get your mineral deficiency up. You want great minerals in your body. So in order to have great minerals in your body and for your hair to grow healthy and fast, you also have to know how to massage. You have to massage herbs into the scalp. Like here in my scalp, it's just spirulina, wheatgrass, chlorophyll, rosemary, nettle, and that's it. So my hair can't help but to grow really fast. This is a couple of months from being shaved and blonde. And this is what I get. See this? This is what I get after only a few months. Okay? So I just wanted to show you guys. And also, I drink about a gallon of water a day. And we just have to know how to go back to our roots and grease that scalp. Use herbs. Use green greases. Use coconut oils and almond oils. And what is another one I use? I use raspberry oils. I even juice blueberries, and I use that as a hair rinse. Things that's antimicrobial, antifungal, antibiotics. I even use black seed in my hair as a hair oil, hair grease. All of those things help your scalp. It helps the blood to circulate. And you want to massage your hair. You want to love on your hair. You want to make love to your hair. And you know how, you got to know how to make love to your hair, honey. You got to know how to get this hair together. We don't need a lot of chemicals. We don't need a lot of anything. But after I'm taking a activated charcoal with spirulina and sea salt bath. That also helps cleanse my blood. And it also helps my hair to grow. Believe it or not, what you bathe in can help your hair grow. And then while I'm taking that type of bath, I also sit in the water and I drink water as I'm inside of the sea salt water, okay? So that there's no dehydration going on. But I'm constantly putting water back into my body as this bath that I'm doing is pulling the toxins out. So all of this is basically everything that I have done tonight is for my hair, believe it or not. I'm also going to drink me some sea moss, and I'm going to drink me some spirulina. That's for my hair. So things that we do and supplements that we take and plants that we put in our blenders and all of that, you can use them in so many different ways, and you can save so much money. When I go to the grocery store now, I go to the produce section only. If I feel like I have a taste for a steak, which I'm a vegan, but I still have those feelings sometimes like, I remember when I used to eat steak with A1 steak sauce on it. So now my steak is portobello mushrooms. My tacos is portobello mushrooms and cauliflower. My grits, I used to love white grits. My grits now is couscous. But all of those things are great for your hair and great for your scalp, because we're talking about hair tonight. So everything that I've talked to you about, the foods that I eat, how I take my baths, even how you think, is great for hair growth. If you have a problem with alopecia in the scalp or dandruff, you want to get you a spray bottle that looks something like any type of spray bottle, okay? You want to put distilled water in this spray bottle. 10 drops of tea tree oil, okay? It can be a 16-ounce bottle, an 8-ounce bottle, 10-ounce bottle, whatever. But just fill it up with distilled water. You want to put 10 drops of tea tree, 10 drops of peppermint oil, okay? And you want to do I would say about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You shake it up and you spray within your scalp. You spray like this, okay? And then you just want to massage. That is great for a lot of dandruff It's great for alopecia. It's going to get rid of the dandruff, and not only get rid of the dandruff and the flakes. Let that sit for a while, and then you go and shampoo with a natural shampoo, with a very natural shampoo, even just a bar of black soap. After you do that, you let it sit, and then you go and you shampoo. Okay, you shampoo with your natural bar soap. After you do that, you get this bottle again, and you grease your scalp with something. I make my grease. This is spirulina hair grease. After you get your oil or something like that, and you put your oil on your hair, then you want to go back and you want to spray this around your hair, and you want to massage in. Now, everything that I've told you guys to do is mostly for African American hair. You can do it if you're Caucasian, or if you have a different hair type, very thin, very fine hair. You can do everything I said except the hair grease, because most of the time Caucasians, they that hair does not take well with any type of coconut oil on it or anything like that, unless you find lice in your hair. Then you can do that. But the spirulina hair grease is not for Caucasians. It's only for kinky hair, okay? Because our hair need a lot of moisture. Caucasians, their hair is already moisturized. This is why they have to shampoo a lot. With us, we only shampoo once a week or every other week. Caucasians normally have to shampoo at least every other day, because the scalp gets a lot of oil in it. But we don't have that issue. But everything else that I just told you guys is good for blacks, and it's good for Caucasians, it's good for Chinese, Koreans, whatever culture you may be, except grease. Black people, y'all know what I'm saying about grease. That's only for us. Not for us, it's just better for our hair. It's better for our hair. Caucasian people, white people, they don't need that, okay? Because it's going to make their hair, it's going to damage their hair, actually. It's going to bring a lot of dirt and debris to the scalp. But us, it doesn't do that, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to get off of here and take my spirulina, activated charcoal, and Himalayan sea salt bath. Peace and blessings.